Hi there, these comments are for KK, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you completed my diagnostic pretest for vowel and consonant sounds, and I'm going to listen to it right now.
Pot, boat, brown, grow, harness, over, father, do, pat, part, map, map, tack, talk, an, on, mac, mark.
Not bad. Now the T and the P you need to pronounce with more air. We'll get to that in a minute.
Bright, brown, broil, lie, loud, loyal, pie, pound.
I think you need to study these diphthongs. Diphthongs, KK, involve two consonant sounds kind of blending in to create one sound. I, bright, brown, broil. So you're having some trouble with your diphthongs.
Get, late, let, made, met, bled, bled, den.
Not bad, but I still think you need to work on the dane, mate, gate, late. So, but you're getting there with that, but still review lesson number 10.
Meet, meet, beat, pit, leap, leap, seat, sit, heat, hit.
You're almost there, but still review lesson number 11. Meet, mit, peat, pit.
Look, luck, took, tool, tough, cut, cool.
So think the ooh, Luke, tool, cool, I think. So you need to work on lesson number 12.
Match, mash, cheap, sheep, featured, fisher, chafed, shaft, cheat, sheep.
Yeah, I think you need to work on this one a little bit too. Lesson number 13.
Off, half, have.
You need to pronounce that V more clearly. Have, of.
Fine, vine,
Vine,
fan, van,
van,
wafer,
waver, waver. Round your lips with a W. Waver,
waver.
waver.
How, habit, who, rehash, behavior, hate, Batman, bitten, important.
Now the sounds you want to be careful about, these are called in English glottal stop sounds. So we have, and native speakers don't really pronounce a T. We'll say Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threatened.
Brightening, attract, threatened,
Threatened, threatened.
measure, measure,
Measure, measure.
fragile, frazier,
Frazier, Frazier.
legend,
Legend, legend.
legion,
Lesion, lesion.
intent, assured,
Azure.
large, Asia.
Not bad. You do better with Asia, but you're still having trouble with these consonants.
keg, sink, sag, game, game, cap, gap, lake, lag, lean, rare, bitter.
Now the main thing with the K and the G that you want to be aware of is when the G's at the end of the word, the vowel before it is longer because the G is a voiced consonant. When the K's at the end, the vowel is shorter. So then you'll say cake, keg, sink, sag.
Luggage, rugged, order, right, light.
A little bit of trouble with the R sound, so right, rear, rugged,
Committed,
committed.
pace,
Now the P is killing you and the T. You're not pronouncing those with enough air.
base, flap, flab, cap, cab, lap, lab, pay, bay.
Now notice, if you put a piece of paper up to your mouth, KK, and you say the P, the air should cause the paper to shake violently. So, pace, base, flap, flab, cap, cab, lap, lab, pay, bay.
Lies, lies, sip, zip, sue, zoo,
Good.
maze, maze, Elisa, Eliza,
Okay.
multiple, Robert, example, pressure, multiple, number, people, philosopher,
Okay.
volcanism, return, maximum, question, summer, reason, chasm, often,
Okay.
tip,
You got to pronounce that T with more air for sure. Tip, tip,
dip, cart,
cart, cart,
card,
card,
tight,
tight,
tide,
tide,
train, drain,
train, drain.
fat, fad,
Not bad, but remember the D is a voice consonant, the T is a voiceless consonant. So the vowel before these two sounds, one will be shorter, the other is longer. So notice, tight, tide, fat, fad, cart, card.
team, dream,
Okay, you definitely need to work on lesson 23.
tie, die,
No, the thigh, you got to get the tongue between your teeth. We call this in English interdental consonant. So, thigh, thigh, thy.
breath, breathe, teeth, teeth, throw, do, what, worthy.
Okay, so now I have a lot of information now. I can give you some good suggestions. Okay, so based on the pretest, at least part A, here are the lessons that you need to focus on the most. Lesson number 9, lesson 10, lesson 11, lesson 12, lesson 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, lesson 23, and also lesson 24. Those are the lessons I think you need to focus on the most. So what do? Let me just give you an example. So you're going to go to the pronunciation section of my course, and first of all, you'll go to lesson number 9. I recommend you go through all of my pronunciation lessons, but focus on the ones I outlined in this video a little bit more. So you go to lesson number 9.
Contrasting the vowels I,
Now if you want it bigger, you can click on this link. See this?
contrasting the vowels I, ow, and
Now notice how everything that I say in the video is captioned. You can read it. You can read with me out loud, and I urge you to do that. It's very important. So you're going to go through all of these lessons reading out loud with me, and you'll practice.
because these sounds are diphthongs, many non-native speakers have difficulty pronouncing.
Right? So then when you get near the end, you'll notice at the end of each video, there will be some sentence reading exercises, and then also some paragraph exercises.
To keep that,
You see this? So you're going to read the paragraph out loud, you're going to read those sentences out loud, and they target the sounds that you are studying in this lesson. I recommend that you record yourself reading these so you can monitor your pronunciation later. Now, you don't have to send me these. This is just something you do on your own, right? But I think that's going to be very, very important for you and for your study. Now you're also going to tell me a little bit about yourself in Part B. So this also is important because it helps me understand a little bit more about yourself. Now let's take a look at what these questions are just for a minute before I forget. Okay, here. So I'm going to go back to the pretest. Okay, here we go here. So these are the questions that you're going to answer now. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Do you see how I made the screen bigger? I just pushed Control plus, and I can make things bigger. Okay, so now you say.
Part B, first question.
Notice you said part B, but it's part B. So you have to get used to pronouncing your P in English with a lot more air. You're pronouncing it like you do in your first language.
What is your educational background and what is your work history? Well, I graduated in biotechnology for 5 years ago.
Okay.
Now I want to take TOEFL exam
All right.
for continue my studies. Second question. Why it is important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English?
Okay.
It is very important to improve my speaking and
Notice the word to. You need to make that with a longer to. It's important for me to improve.
pronunciation abilities because of my most important goal is that I complete my master degree in educational administration.
Okay.
Third question. What do you hope
See the word third. Make sure your tongue is between your teeth. Not behind your teeth, but third.
to achieve in schools? Well, I have confidence to get good score in TOEFL
Okay.
with this course.
All right.
And my TOEFL score is, target score is 80.
Okay. So that is your pretest. Now the next thing I need to do is I want to give you what's called an intelligibility score, which is important. This is going to tell you on a scale of 1 to 7. 7 is near native speaker. 1.1 will be high beginner. For you, I'm going to put you at about 3.1 out of 7 right now. What does that mean? It means that I can understand most of what you're saying. Your accent and pronunciation variations are somewhat distracting during the interview, but usually do not prevent understanding. And you can respond to questions at least in the form of short sentences and or connected ideas. Now, in my opinion, if you want to really be successful with your speaking, try to make a goal when you finish the pronunciation section of my course. You want to try to improve your score from 3.1 to 5.1 or higher, and that would be dramatic, very, very good improvements for you. So in addition to using my online course, Find opportunities to speak English whenever you can. Watch a lot of movies, listen to a lot of music. So the more exposure you get to the language, the better you're going to be. Hi there, these comments are for KK, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you completed independent speaking practice test number 9. What time do you prefer to take classes, in the morning, afternoon, or evening?
I would prefer to attend classes in morning time than afternoon or evening time because of 2 reasons. The first,
That's not predictable. It's too predictable. By saying because of 2 reasons, that's a fairly contrived response. It's not really original. 1,000 other people have done it exactly that way. So go to speaking lesson number 2. I'll give you some good tips on how you can create more sharply focused topic statements. Watch the first 10 minutes of that video.
reason, we are very active and have fresh mind.
Now, who is we?
It helps to honor.
How about students? Instead of saying we, you might say, well, students in the morning are more active. Or you can say I, if you want to focus on your personal experience, which I think is appropriate for this speaking task.
Understand lessons very easily, and we should get up early morning for attend classes. It could be a good habit.
So saying it's a which could be a good habit. So try combining some of your shorter sentences to give you a little bit more advanced grammar.
Second reason, attend classes in morning session than afternoon or evening session. Have time to prepare rest of the day and finally get good results in exams. So that morning classes give more benefit.
Okay, so I think on this one you need to make some adjustments with language use. You need to be more precise in the words you're using. I think with delivery, you need to work a little bit more on your sentence rhythm and intonation. With topic development, you need more specific ideas to support your generalizations, and that will start by having a more sharply focused topic statement. Your score here, I'm going to put you right around 2.16 out of 4, 17 points out of 30 on this practice test. Hi there, these comments again are for KK, and I'm listening now to one of your integrated speaking practice tests.
The university article is about learning knowledge from class.
And say the word is about, ow. That's the diphthong. That's one of those vowels I recommended you work on that I already commented on earlier in this video. That's a diphthong. It's a ah, ooh, ow.
Classroom instruction and personal experience.
With personal experience, you need to pronounce your P with more air.
The both students are agreed with the article. The male student thinks that classroom instruction and personal experience are same because he also says that a computer programmer learns basic skills in a classroom and then he practiced software programs and understood hardware components at home with his personal computer. The female student thinks that the classroom instruction
Use a transition word. Maybe you might say, in addition, the female student.
and personal experience are different because she says that classroom instruction is absolutely required to attend classes every day. Although gain knowledge from personal experience is not required to attend classes.
Okay, you left out some words in there. All right, this one was, I think it was fairly complete. You have a pretty good understanding, I think, of the article and the conversation. You had some language use and delivery issues. I'm going to put you right now at about 2.3 out of 4 on this, 18 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, let's listen to your next independent speaking practice test here. See how you did on this one.
According to the university newspaper, students should attend school for 2 reasons.
Now this gives you a pretty clear purpose, right? So the students are discussing two reasons why school is important.
First reason, some students attend geography class for learn how maintain profitable business.
To learn how to maintain, and this is the hard word, profitable business.
But at the same time, in conversation, the second student explains that students attend geography class for learn business administration.
I would say to learn, not for learn. To learn about small business administration.
In order to, he gives an example is Taiwan friend major in MBA and he starts work in his father's company for develops father's business. The second
I think that you're saying for develop, but let me double check.
Company for develops father's business. The second reason some students mention in order to, he gives an example is Taiwan friend major in MBA and he starts work in his father's company for develops father's business.
I want to say to develop his father's business there. So you're having a little bit of trouble with gerunds. So if you go to the grammar part of my course, I have a great lesson that will help you more with gerunds and how to use those. Actually infinitives, how to use infinitives in your speech. I can't remember what lesson it is, but if you go to grammar, look for the lesson titled Gerunds and Infinitives.
The second reason, some students may attend the geography class for to get in.
The second reason, according to the student, is, or the second reason the article suggests is that students. So make sure as you're explaining the ideas, you put those voice markers in there so we know where this information is coming from, and that helps frame it more as a formal academic summary.
Environmental awareness. Meanwhile, in conversation, the first student explains that schools offer to gain knowledge on academic subjects. For example, geography class. It learns how mountains are formed and
it learns how, or it teaches students how mountains are formed.
Help to protect the earth in future.
Okay, so on this one, I think you had some language use errors, some pronunciation errors. However, I think from a topic development standpoint, you have a pretty good understanding of the reading passage and the talk. But because of some of those delivery and language use limitations, that's going to bring your score down. So I'm going to put you at about 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 on this practice test. All right, so that's my feedback, and thank you for completing the pretest, some of those independent practice tests, and also the integrated speaking practice tests.